Hi guys, happy Thanksgiving. This is Crazy Karen. I'm about to make a couple pumpkin pies, and I just followed the directions on the Libby's pumpkin, and I've been getting this since I was a kid, and my mother used the same thing. You can get it already with all the stuff in it, but frankly, I don't like cloves. I feel like I have a toothache when I eat pumpkin pie with cloves in it. So this you can put in what you want. You can put a little more sugar, a little less sugar. I prefer to put a little bit more cinnamon. But the ingredients are, these are my dry ingredients. I've already got them mixed. It's sugar, salt, cinnamon, ginger, and then it says cloves, but I don't do that. And then it's got 4 eggs. I've got my eggs here. And I'm going to mix it up. I'm not going to show you all this stuff because it'll probably be boring. But I'll just do some of it. And there's a lot of light coming through the window, and I don't feel like pulling down the blinds. So I guess you just have to put up with me. But here's my nice little opener that I have from QVC. So I'm opening up my little pumpkin. And it got a new recipe. It uses that new La Leche milk, but I just got the carnation regular milk. I'm making 2 pies, so it'll I had to double everything up, of course. And I don't know how anybody couldn't like pumpkin pie, but I live in the South now, and they do have they prefer to have the sweet potato pie, but I'm making sweet potato casserole, and this is for tomorrow, which will be Thanksgiving. But I'm making the pies and my Jell-O salad today. So in the morning I'm making ham and a turkey breast because I just had pacemaker surgery. I can't lift. I can't lift a great big turkey because I always buy at least a 20-pounder. Once you've got that stuffed, it's going to be about 30 some pounds, and you move it in and out of your oven. I don't want to be bothered with all that. So I think this is probably too much in the sun. I'm going to try to move a little bit farther towards you, maybe move you a little bit back. Okay, now you just follow the directions. But I'm going to show you how easy it is, because some of you don't remember watching your mama. And I can turn on the light here. There, that might be better. Mix dry ingredients. So I've got all the dry ingredients in my bowl, and I mixed them up. And it looks really good. It's actually not bad if you take a little taste with your finger. Okay, then it says your eggs, 4 eggs, well, because I used 2 cans. And so it says, beat your eggs in the large bowl, stir in the pumpkin and dry ingredients. Mixture, gradually stir in milk. So, here's my large bowl. You wouldn't need one this big, but since I'm doing 2. And there's my 4 eggs. They're good eggs. And I got my little mixer. I've had this mixer for a lot of years. It's a Hamilton Beach. I got one of those fancy ones, but they're a lot to pull out. Those are more for like making cakes and things. Get you a little closer. I got all this bread here for my dressing. All right, now I'm going to just mix this up, and I'm going to put you on hold for a second. Okay. Now I'm going to put in my dry ingredients. And I've mixed those a little bit so you don't have a big hunk of cinnamon in one place. And then I'm going to get my, well, all my stuff is behind you. My spatula. And I'm going to spatch my pumpkin. Kitty, there's nothing here for you. She thinks she's going to eat. I expect to have a piece of pie in a little while with a lot of homemade whipped cream. I whip my own cream. I do not like that stuff that's full of air and you buy it and it costs like $6 and you get a little tip of it. I like whipped cream and I make it myself. I buy heavy whipping cream or heavy cream. There's different kinds. And I just mix it up with this mixer and put in some sugar. I don't put in too much. Maybe about 3 or 4 tablespoons for quite a bit of. And I bought the whole quart of whipping cream because I love it. Everybody loves whipping cream. I don't know why they want that stuff in the can. That's awful. And it's a whole lot cheaper because it costs for like a pint. It's probably about $3 or $4, but it makes a ton. Believe me, probably 3 or 4 times more than in that stupid can. That can is just all air. Of course, there's a lot of air in it anyway. And I don't like to waste. I know you probably think I should have been done with this, but I don't waste. All right, now I'm just going to mix this up together. And again, I'm going to put down here. Okay, I mixed that up. So that's all the dry ingredients and the 4 eggs. Again, I've used 2 cans. You can buy the bigger can. I was a dummy. I had one at home, so I just bought one. All right, now you're going to add your milk. I got my old church key. And you're just going to add this. I'll probably put like maybe 1/3 of a can at a time. And I think it takes, let me see. I got to check and make sure. For milk, 1 can or 12 ounces. And I want to make sure that this is 12 ounces. So I did right. I'm just making sure so I can tell you. So I'm just going to put this milk in here. And again, we're in that light. Whoops, I put almost the whole can. All right, now I'm going to mix it. I'll get this done. I'll come back. Hi guys, I had to take my glasses off. Look what it did. It's just messy. Maybe I can see. Whoops. It kind of made a mess. It always does that because it's so loose. All right. So now I gotta have pumpkin all over me. I'm going to move you over to where I'm going to do my, and I like to do things easily. My mama taught me to make pie crust, but it's a really lot of work. Takes a long time. I'm 79. Pillsbury makes a really good pie crust, and if you're not the most fussy person in the world, you're going to love it. So, I don't really need those glasses except for reading. And, I've got all my Christmas shopping done except for my new grandbaby, great-grandbaby. He's 5 months old, so I don't even know what's with him. And then my 10-year-old great-grandbaby. And his mama said that he likes model cars, or clothes. So I've got him a couple little toys, and I might get him, I don't know, I might get him a shirt or something. At 10, 11, I guess. He's probably close to 11. Okay, so you're laying this out. I let it sit at room temperature for maybe about a half an hour. And so it's pretty easy. Just put it in your pie pan. And I think this is a pie plate. It's a 9-inch. And I just kind of flap it over. Now, if you're using a two crust, you're going to put the crust together, roll them, and tweak them around their edges. But I am only having, with a pumpkin, you don't put a top on it. Usually your fruit pies you do. Okay, that's one. I'll go show you how. See, it's really easy, and I'm going to show you after I put the pumpkin in. So, and this just saved me about an hour. And I don't know, I'm not that big on crust anyway. If you're a connoisseur of pie, I guess you're going to want to make it homemade. Excuse my hair. Today, it's been 4 weeks today that I had my pacemaker put in, and I'm still sore, and I haven't been able to get in the shower and really dig in. I get in the shower, but I can't get it wet. It's got some Band-Aids on it right now. Starting tomorrow, it's okay if it gets wet, so I guess after I get all this stuff done, I'm going to jump in the shower and really enjoy myself. Okay, so here's the other pie. You try to just get it in the middle. It's pretty flexible when it gets room temperature. Okay, so there's your two. All right, so then I'm going to go over here and put you on hold for just a second. I'm coming back. All right, so here's my pumpkin, and I'm going to pour it into the pie pans. Well, actually, I forgot to make my little twirls. I'm going to push this here, and I like to, you kind of roll it a little bit. You can pull it up on the sides. And today it's like, it might be in the 50s. It got down to 32 last night. This is Alabama. We're not into those cold temperatures. My cousin's in Holland, Michigan, and she said it was 32 in the daytime yesterday. I think they're expecting some snow, and I know I used to live in Ohio, and the eastern half of the Great Lakes, they're going to get about 3 feet. I did love it when I was a kid, but could not take that now. But it is so beautiful. I'll be a little jealous. Okay, I got this. After you roll it, then you just kind of, you put your fingers and go in between. I don't know, I guess you can see. You just push it here, and put it back this way. And see, it's called fluting, I think. My mom always said she fluted the edges. I just make sure this up over the edge because there's a lot of pumpkin here, and it'll make a mess in your stove. I put it at 425. I think you do that for 10 or 15 minutes, whatever it says on the can. I'm going to tell you in a minute. Right now I can't read. You don't put any holes in the bottom like some pies you do. My favorite pie is banana cream, and I haven't even made that in years and years. But there's your pie. And see, and this is what it looks like before you flute the edges. Some people don't flute. I flute. I think this one's a little bit bigger than the other one. This will flute better. My mama was a great baker. My brother that just died, he lived in Montana. He could make pies almost as good as my mom. I think my mom made the best pies in the family. She couldn't make cakes very well. I'm more of a cake baker. I can bake some cakes now. And my grandmother was a cake baker. She was from what is now Ukraine. It was Austria-Hungary back before World War I. And they came over here, and well, my great-grandfather came in about 1907, and he went to Pittsburgh, and he worked in the coal mines as a sweeper. He left my grandmother and 4 children in Austria-Hungary. He had to sneak out. Dictators. You don't want a dictator. And he worked over here till 1911, excuse me. Okay, here's the other one fluted. And I'm going to just start pouring this in here while I talk to you. Anyway, he got enough money and he went back to, I don't remember the name of the town. It was a big, long town that I couldn't pronounce. And this can be messy, so just be careful. And you're going to fill each pie. Try to get them about the same because they're going to go in the oven together, and you don't want one to get done before the other. I guess I can bring this over here so you can see a little bit more. And I don't waste, I try to get it out of here. Anyway, brought the family over and they settled in Pittsburgh. For several years they had a lot of children. They had 11 children, Catholics. And then my grandmother, the guy that used to be their mailman in Europe, went to Pittsburgh, and he went to my great-grandfather's house and said, I want to see your daughter. And he pushed out Anna, which was the oldest daughter, my grandmother's sister. And he said, no, I want Mary. Pushed her out on the porch, and he asked Mary to marry him, and I think she was like 16. And she said, okay. So they got married. That's all the pie. And he went to Detroit because he didn't want to work in that coal mine. He got a job at Ford Motor Company. And he used to go home from Detroit to Pittsburgh, was near Pittsburgh, Menneson, Pennsylvania, and take the money home to my grandmother. And she had, I guess she had 3 kids there, 2 or 3. But then he, they had 4. Then he got killed or disappeared, but she moved back to Detroit, and she got a job at Ford Motor Company, and she worked with Henry Ford, and she worked with Edsel Ford, and it's pretty interesting. I could tell you a lot more, but I'm supposed to be cooking. So now I'm going to put these in the oven, and I'll turn this towards the oven. If my cat doesn't go in there. Can you see my oven? Yeah, see my oven. And sometimes I put them on top of something, but I'm hoping these don't go over. They don't look like they go over. You stay away, kitty. So put them in the oven. I just love pumpkin. I just love pumpkin pie. And just have to be careful I don't spill, because Granny's kind of klutzy. I'm old. All right, that's it. I got a double oven. My turkey and ham going to go down there. Okay, so I guess I'm going to turn this off. You probably won't get to see it unless you look at part 2. Wow, I look awful. I don't think I've combed my hair. I love you guys. Happy pumpkin pie. And I mean, how could it be any easier? Just think, in the old days they had to do it from scratch, and they had to get the pumpkin and dig it out. Ooh. Now I have done that, but many, many years ago. All right, bye guys. Love you.